We all know pizza comes from Italy, and fish and chips are as British as it gets. However, there are also iconic dishes that don't come from where you might think. Hawaiian pizza, for instance, was created by a Greek immigrant in Canada. And that's just one example. Thought croissants were French? Think again.
The idea of this dough shaped into a crescent that's very rich and buttery actually didn't initially start in France, but was most likely inspired by a very similar sort of crescent roll from Austria.
Lovers of Indian food might be familiar with vindaloo, a very, very spicy curry, like try at your own risk level hot. That sounds pretty Indian, except it's not.
That actually has origins related to Portuguese arriving in Goa and introducing some of their ingredients into the cuisine that already existed in Goa. So vindaloo means vin, like wine, coming from wine. So this is a dish that is usually a little bit more sour. Sometimes it's even a little bit vinegary, and that is coming from the wine or vinegar that was brought by the Portuguese to India.
If there's one country that gets credit for really good food, then it's got to be Mexico. A lot of it is justified, but definitely not all. Chili con carne, hard-shell tacos, chimichangas, chili con queso. None of that's authentic Mexican food. In fact, not even fajitas are.
The fajitas one is something that I learned just through personal experience. Fajitas, we think of it as or Americans think of it as a Mexican dish that you're going to find in any Mexican restaurant. I grew up thinking that because of where I grew up, and it wasn't until I came to California and started visiting more authentic Mexican restaurants or more variety of Mexican restaurants, and none of them had fajitas on the menu. And it was like, okay, I wonder what's going on here. And I just learned through that experience that that is an American origin dish and, coming out of Tex-Mex tradition. And so something that we associate with Mexico is not actually from Mexico at all.
And it goes the other way around too. So instead of giving Mexico credit for dishes that were actually born in the States, people sometimes label certain foods as American even though they didn't originate in the US.
For example, the hamburger. We think of hamburgers and French fries, that's an American thing, but hamburgers came from Germany.
From the city of Hamburg, to be precise. And as for those French fries...
What's more French than French fries, right? Except most likely they did not originate in France. They came from Belgium, which is not far from France, but still, we don't call them Belgian fries, we call them French fries, and I don't know where we got that idea.
Here's another interesting one, a beloved sweet treat that most people believe is American, but really it's about 4,000 years old, from long before the United States even existed.
Also, something as kind of American or New York as cheesecake. We think of that as a place where you get the best cheesecake in the US. Cake didn't actually originate in New York. The idea of cheesecake originated a long time ago in Greece, where all of the ingredients that are necessary, honey to sweeten cheese from the milk that was produced in Greece, were the first recipes for cheesecake.
Now, this is only the tip of the iceberg. There are plenty more foods with unexpected backstories out there, so dig into it sometime if you want to be even more surprised.